to Next Life TV if you haven't already subscribed now. For more amazing content and fascinating material, in this video I will go in depth about what it means to survive in a power outage, but you can always apply these simple steps to any God-given crisis. What really matters is how you react to a situation and can you adapt to live on for another day. Let's get started. It only takes 2 hours for all supplies to run out. Are you prepared? What are some survival methods to be prepared in a power outage? Keep freezers and refrigerators closed. Use dry ice and regular ice to keep food safe for the long term. Keep cans of Freon used for automotive AC. These cans contain halocarbons. It is best to keep a container outside and away from nearby human lungs. They are stable, non-flammable, moderately toxic gases or liquids which have typically been used as refrigerants and as aerosol propellants. Uses of the Freon: to keep things cold or as a weapon unleashing toxic pollutants. Insulated drinking containers is highly advisable during such a crisis or any crisis. They provide a thick layer of insulation materials to keep outside temps out and inside temps in. Rule number 1, maintain as much food and water as possible. Rule number 2, avoid carbon monoxide poisoning. Rule number 3, use backup power batteries for long-term power use, and use a solar rechargeable battery to keep all important devices charged. During a crisis, you may encounter emergency situations that require medicine. It's important here to back up medications and keep medic kits readily available. It is also advisable to adhere to diabetics, as they have sugars that must be monitored extensively to avoid a person slipping into a coma or death. Do not use a gas stove to heat your home. This may cause potential leaks and, worst-case scenario, a catastrophe destined for an explosion or fire. It would be devastating as is to encounter another disaster in such a time of crisis. This is definitely not the way to go. Keep flashlights handy as the power will be out and you may need light in areas to make repairs or escape in matter of minutes depending on the circumstances. At the worst case scenario, a threat may occur from intruders or wild animals. Light is essential in a crisis. Another nifty tool will be thermometers. While some of you may not see a need for it, can survive as a very handy tool to keep track of food temperatures and essential to weather temperatures. Remember, if food temperatures reach 40 degrees or above, you must throw away food at such temperatures. Keeping such foods could prove deadly and vital. You need to prevent another crisis, not make them, so stay vigilant and remember there will be other ways to obtain food. In a crisis or disaster, these catastrophic events bring out the best of us as humans. A very important rule of thumb: keep your vehicle on a full tank of gas. While it may not last long if a crisis condition were to happen, but it certainly puts you at the top of the ladder if you had a full tank of gas, let alone a threat were to occur. Last but not least, this is probably a very important matter to keep in mind: weapons. While it may not be relevant for some minds, the key to survival is evolving in crisis situations, and that means having a weapon to defend yourself when the tides turn at unfortunate times. Always, always defend yourself. Here are a few things to do with kids if you're in a disaster or crisis. Such devastating moments need a distraction to care for the tender moments that we spend with our loved ones, and at a time like this, you will need to keep the little one occupied at all costs so that the entire family survives through such a massacre. Read, write a book, play cards, play hide and seek, have a scavenger hunt, learn Morse code, invent your own code, paint or draw family portraits, build a house of cards, learn the state capitals, make the flags of the world out of construction or color the paper, rearrange your bedroom, have an indoor camping trip, complete with tent, make a television out of a big box and put on shows, make musical instruments out of stuff in your house, learn some yoga poses, make paper snowflakes, take or draw lots of pictures, play balloon volleyball, clean out your closet's dressers, make up jokes, play tic-tac-toe, look at old photos, make a family tree, plan a party, have a puppet show, play school, play charades, invent a card game, learn a few magic tricks, using stuff around your house, set up an indoor bowling lane, play hangman, make paper airplanes, make a tooth fairy pillow by hand, make holiday or birthday wrapping paper with stamps, count all the loose change you can find. Thumb wrestle, put those music lessons to good use and put on a concert, learn about nautical flags, learn the parts of a sailboat, make jewelry, build a model car plane, play with your pets, imaginary Wii, Xbox, play dress up, make pet toys, teach your kids how to play blackjack, what? It's good for math skills, play the silent game, have staring contests, play superheroes, build with Legos, check in on your neighbors, be careful if something isn't right during a crisis, write letters, have a tea party, make up poems and limericks, do a puzzle, make your own dominoes and teach your kids how to play, match up your socks, ball them up, and have a sock fight, be careful they don't smell bad, teach your kids how to play solitaire, learn how to tie cool knots, begin each sentence with I love you. These are all good things to do with your kids in a time of crisis, and a handful of them may save you and your kids' lives if terror were to arrive.